A 106-year-old woman in New Jersey is about to lose her home because of not paying property taxes. Are reverse mortgages to blame? No, nothing to do with reverse mortgage. So where's Dave Ramsey now? Where is he? Saying reverse mortgages are scams when she could have taken a reverse mortgage to use the proceeds to pay her property taxes, potentially, but now she's about to get put out of her house. The whole thing just infuriates me. It just shows the insanity of high property taxes, the insanity of not looking at the opportunity that exists in the equity in your home, the insanity of celebrity financial planners and advisors telling you these reverse mortgages are, I don't even care. We're not just talking about reverse mortgages. And then the real world situation is we have a woman, a 106-year-old woman who has lived in the same house since 1943 about to be put out. The sanity of high bureaucratic government. This is why property taxes, my friends, are your biggest issue when it comes to retirement planning. It's not income taxes, property. So my man Rob Klein, Rob, and I'll tell you, Rob Klein's a good guy, retirement healthcare advisor out in New York, and I've done an interview with Rob before, so I highly recommend if you're looking for. I got to revisit what Rob does. He was one of my first interviews I ever did on the blog. Retirement healthcare advisor out in New York. I think he's licensed in New Jersey too, but I can't remember if he does Medicare, Part B, supplements or what. So anyway, let's dive into the story. Man, this just infuriates me. New Jersey 101.5. It's weird how these radio stations have running articles online for news things. I find that kind of interesting how the world has changed, actually. All right. So here's Miss, I forgot her name, but we'll read into it. 106-year-old about to lose home since 1943 due to New Jersey property tax. A 106-year-old New Jersey woman suffering from dementia, heart issues, and extreme arthritis could soon be kicked out of her house because she doesn't have enough money to pay her property tax. Rose Eswanick must come up with $8,400 to avoid having her property tax sold in a tax sale by Cranford on September 18th, around the time of her 107th birthday. Did you hear that? Just how she must come up with the $8,400 to avoid having her property sold in a tax sale by the town, which she's been in since 1943, around the time of her 107th birthday. She's got dementia, arthritis. Just shows you there is no land of the free. You don't own your house. You don't. The government owns it. And we can blame reverse mortgages. We can blame corrupt bankers. At the end of the day, who's not getting blamed is the taxing authorities. I mean, they will, but it doesn't matter. This is not the land of the free. Let's acknowledge once and for all, you don't own your property. The government owns your property. If they can put this freaking lady out, they can do anything they want to anybody. The woman's daughter, Roseanne Estwanick, said her mother does not understand that she soon may be forced to leave her home that she's lived in since 1943. Property taxes on the modest two-story house in a development near Unami Park this year are $9,700, an increase of $333 from last year, an increase of more than $2,300 since 2010. The average property tax bill in Cranford last year is $11,375, an annual increase in 3.9%. New Jersey property taxes have been among the highest in the nation. Unlike the state and federal income taxes, which are based on annual income needs or levels, the property tax system is considered regressive because it's more punishing to fixed and lower income homeowners, as well as families who fell in hard times. I could not agree that more. The biggest regressive tax is property tax, biggest by far, because you don't have to make that much money, and yet you still have an $11,375 property tax bill. It just infuriates me. All these goody two-shoes from the left saying they're so freaking in favor of redistribution, progressive taxation, and then they don't do a freaking thing about property tax. Look, I'm not giving the Republicans a thing either. I mean, I get it. But this is the thing that infuriates me, is that the property tax is the freaking bear that sits there hibernating, ready to kill you and eat you alive the minute you fall in hard times. How is that freaking progressive? That's not. And yet all these guys say, "Oh, we're out there for making homeownership cheaper." And no, you're not. The only thing you're trying to do is either rent control or get higher property taxes, because we hear this all the time. They want to increase property taxes. Oh, just 2 cents for every $1,000 of ownership, because we need to do something else for the schools. We need to have more diversity classes, and half the crap they're teaching anymore is freaking nuts. It has nothing to do with school. Or we need to have higher education. We need to fund higher education. Look, I get property tax go to local schools. I get that. But property taxes go elsewhere too. Oh, it's infuriating to me that this lady, the idea even that this is even a story, just I can't. It infuriates me, and it should infuriate you too. At some point, there should be relief that you say, no, we're done. You've done everything, Miss Roseanne. What's her name? Rose. Miss Rose, you've done everything you can. We're not going to freaking get you anymore. It should be based on income, without question. Oh, can you imagine your grandma sitting there? And these people from this generation are so proud. They're not going to sit there and say, little Johnny, I can't pay my property tax bill. Can you help me? They're not going to do that. They're going to they're literally going to eat freaking cat food and ramen noodles because of the property tax bill. And yet no one's going to, they're not going to ask for help. And yet everyone's going to say, oh, I don't know, the Trump tax bill puts money in the hands of rich people or something like that. And you're sitting there thinking, you guys got it so backwards, man. I'm telling you, you guys have it so backwards. You're sitting there saying you're advocates for these people, and you're not. You're just advocates for freaking big government spending. And this is what we get with big government spending is New Jersey, part and parcel. And people like this are the ones bearing the brunt. The Governor Christie isn't bearing it. Yeah, he might be a little bit of a mosquito bite on his $36,000 a year property tax. Christine Todd Whitman, the Republicans, what's that freaking John Corzine, who should be in jail? Yeah, these are all rich guys. They don't get it. And this is the establishment. They're not the ones bearing the brunt of this. It's these people right here, Miss Rose. Oh, that's your grandma. And your grandma isn't going to sit there and say, hey, little Johnny, I can't make my property tax, which she's going to freaking go without to keep you from worry. Oh, it infuriates me. New Jerseyans can apply for the Senior Freeze program, which reimburses homeowners for the difference between the first year they qualify for the program and any increase in the taxes since that year. A homeowner has to earn less than $89,000 in income. It's not clear if Miss Rose had qualified for that program. So I'll give you my example. The lady who lived in New Jersey. I forgot what town. Chatham, I think it was. Lived in a condo, had a pension, IRA distribution, Social Security, and then and she's probably at $75,000 or something like that. But then her property tax was like $20,000, and she had maybe $15,000 in her condo fees. And so she had to take more and more from her IRA, which was declining the value of the IRA, increasing her taxes. And now she's going to be above that $89,000 threshold. I don't remember specifically the $89,000 threshold. I just remember this cannot continue on, because she's declining her IRA quickly to pay the stupid property tax. And every time she pulled money out from her IRA, increased her taxation, which means she had to pull more money out to pay the property tax. The whole thing is just, oh, but she can deduct it. You're not deducting it if you don't itemize. And no one's itemizing in this day and age who don't have mortgage interest expense. And you can't blame Trump for that, because if you don't have a mortgage interest expense because you paid off your home like Miss Rose here, you're not deducting it. It's not all right. A New Jersey 1015 report earlier this year found the amount of assistance provided by the state's property tax relief programs, including Senior Freeze and the homestead rebates, had declined significantly since 2007. The younger Eswanick, who lost her job 8 years ago and has been caring for her mother around the clock because they can't afford health care. They can't afford assisted living. And so, I mean, this right, has said she has been told deferring property tax payments is not an option. No, because the government wants their money. Doggone, they're going to get it. Can you imagine being the sheriff of that county and going to Miss Rose and saying, we're putting you out to put your house on auction. And can you imagine the scumbag who's going to buy that property knowing full well that Miss Rose has been put out? I just can't. Well, it's an investment. And this is like freaking Charles Dickens right here, man. Scrooge. We got government resources to take care of these people. That's nuts. So the daughter, I think her name is Roseanne, says, not that I don't want to pay them the property taxes, it's just that we can't pay them at this point. They keep adding on, the bill's getting larger and larger. She said efforts to raise money to pay off the taxes have been unsuccessful. I was trying, but my mother went into the hospital at the end of the year and I just couldn't get enough money to... Nobody has responded to me. The elder woman, whose only source of income is Social Security, has had more than a dozen operations and survived breast cancer at 89. Daily life is a struggle, but she continues to carry on with dignity and grace because she is from a generation where they did that. So just let's look back again at Miss Rose here and Roseanne. These are not takers. These are givers to society. They're not taking from society. They're giving to society. So she loses her job. She's going to care for her mom, who's got no money other than Social Security. So obviously she could qualify for that stupid program. What's the hoop she's got to jump through to get it? And even that, the program, the senior fees program, why don't you just say once you hit 85, you don't pay property tax? I'm just, where are you, Governor Murphy, and all you progressives out there? Yeah, this makes me mad because the progressives are the ones who put us in this place to begin with, because they keep saying that they're for the working folks, the low-income people, and yet they're not. Not without jumping through government hoops, not without but they keep increasing the property tax and the sales tax and these taxes here and taxes there for their freaking pet funding things, so they can put solar panels so the rich people can say, oh, they're living by virtue. Just it's freaking nuts, man. And yet you got these people right here. No, trust me. Look, here's a congressman here, or assemblyman, John Bramnick, said when his office got a call about the situation, he went to visit the mother and the daughter to get a firsthand account of what's going on. He said efforts are underway to find out if help is available. Well, why? How about this, man? Why don't you freaking propose a bill to say once you're hit 85, there's no more property tax? Or I don't even care what it is. Once you hit 85, you pay $4,000 in property tax. Miss Roseanne, this is a daughter now, says that taking care of her mother is an all-consuming job and that there are no other relatives who can help, so it's not possible for her mother to go out and earn money. I'm trying to do something right now, but my hands are tied. I'd like to make my mother's birthday, even though she has dementia, a happier occasion. All right, so again, remember, reverse mortgages. If she had a reverse mortgage, Dave Ramsey said the reverse mortgage is what would put her out. No, it's the property tax that puts her out. This right here is proof of that. It's not the reverse mortgage. It's the property tax. The property tax that puts her out. So let's read some of the comments. So sad. Maybe sell the house. She's been there since 1943. She doesn't want to sell the house. And she's got Alzheimer's, dementia. I mean, she's frail, man. And the one thing that we know with folks who've got dementia and Alzheimer's, they have a level of comfort in their comfort zone of something that they know. They might not know who Roseanne is, the daughter, but she knows she wakes up in a somewhat comfortable, familiarized place that helps her mechanically in her brain there. But a reverse mortgage, absolutely. Absolutely. Reverse mortgage is a saving grace. A reverse mortgage is not this enemy. It's the saving grace for some of these people. Here's Barbara saying, sad, but there are reverse mortgages. Also, daughter should be getting income from government as her caretaker. Why is she not getting told these by a senior advisor? Probably because she doesn't know where to go. But thank you, Murph, for your awesome cert. Okay, a chivalry, a shanda, an absolute a shanda. I don't know what. I guess that's a Jewish term. Surely some good souls will not allow this to happen. What about senior freeze? They talk about that irrational system. Most states exempt residents over 65 from the education portion of the property tax. In New Jersey, that's about 65%. Man, 100% there, Brian. Oh, it's just, I cannot tell you how mad this makes me. More importantly, the concept of paying for public schools through property tax is antiquated. Residents with school-aged children are prime earners, and income tax support of education along with equal state contributions, the only fair and sustainable support method. Forcing senior residents from the only home they've ever known is draconian. I could design a rational school funding for me one day, but with no pork. The current 75-page document has 65 pages only devoted to pork. Yeah. If she owns a home, how to reverse mortgage? Oh, but they're evil because Dave Ramsey said, and she probably listens to Dave Ramsey, so they're evil because that's what I'm saying. Dave Ramsey knows whose our audience are, and they trust him implicitly. How about firing those overpaid, glorified babysitters? I don't even know who's that. Yeah, sad New Jersey is such a corrupt state and has taxed people to death. Literally now. I mean, literally. Because she's going without in order to pay her stupid taxes. Sad thing is the taxes only go in the pockets of the corrupt politicians while this woman and many others are left homeless. And this lady says, once you're 65 and earn under your property tax can be frozen. Well, apparently not. Oh, here we go. Senior tax freeze. The state of New Jersey is running 2 years behind. Yeah. 2 years behind. That's great. So, Ms. Rose, good luck with that. Needing the government to step in for you. How about they freaking stop with it to begin with? As a senior citizen, I understand about high property tax, but what is worse are the friggin' school taxes. No senior citizen should pay 100% schools tax. Even 50% would help us. Work on that, New Jersey. If other states, so should New Jersey. We'll start a she got a GoFundMe page. Does the state of New Jersey have any shame? Yeah, all right, so I'm done with this. We're not the land of the free. It's the best place in the world, but I'm telling you, man, you gotta worry about your property taxes more than anything. That's your biggest thing here. All right, I don't have anything else to say on this. She does have a GoFundMe page. Let's go back here. Let's see. Where's this? It talks about her GoFundMe page here. The GoFundMe page has been set up to help the family. The sad thing is, we would not have read this other than, man, that just makes me freaking teary eyed, man. She's got 18,000 in there. That's not how we should be. This is wrong, man. This isn't how it should be in the United States. All right. The problem is just because, look, she's got her thing, but how many people are out there right now who aren't on 101.5 New Jersey who are doing the same thing with their same daughters like Miss Roseanne? All right, we'll see you guys.